Okay, so in this lesson we will be installing CentOS to the physical or dedicated server. First thing we need to do is to insert the installation media into our server, be it the USB drive or the optical DVD drive which we prepared in the lections earlier. We want to make sure that our server will be booted from our bootable USB drive. For example, I'm using the USB drive in this case. In modern BIOS interfaces, it is very simple to make your computer boot from the USB drive because they have graphical interfaces. The one I'm showing you in this lecture is the old Avast BIOS interface, but the chances are that you will be using your old computer as your web server, and when you boot into Avast BIOS setup interface, you will see this picture. So we go to Advanced BIOS Features, Hard Disk Boot Priority, and we make our flash drive the first one in the queue. Then we just go back and hit Save and Exit Setup. The computer will reload and it will start the installation process. Okay, we choose Install CentOS 7. We'll have to wait a little bit until it boots. When the installation drive is booted, you will see the graphical interface. First of all, we choose the language, which is English, and English, let it be English United States. Next. Press Continue. Okay, next thing we see is the installation summary menu. Here you can change date and time, language support, security policies, installation destination, and network and host name. Let's go with date and time. That is the important settings. You choose here your region and your city. I'll choose mine. Okay, Kiev. Then we go to installation destinations. Here, as you can see, I have two SSD drives. They're different, but they have the same capacity. You can choose one or several drives that you are going to use in this installation. I want to use both disks for my system, so I choose both. I choose automatically configure partitioning, and I will use the encryption. We hit done. Here I need to choose reclaim space because I have my disks full with other information left from other systems. Then we need to enter the passphrase if you are going to use the encryption. If you are not going to use the encryption, you won't see this menu. I will type in my passphrase right now. Okay, save passphrase. Great. And here I need to choose delete all because I want my drives to be cleared of the old information and to be used fully for my new CentOS setup. Reclaim space. Okay. Great. Now let's go to network and hostname setup. We have one network interface here. We press configure. Here we will have to choose the IP version 4 settings. We'll go with manual settings because I have my dedicated IP address. Now let's add the IP address. I'll type in mine here and you type yours, provided by your internet provider. The net mask. And the gateway. Then the DNS servers. I prefer to use Google servers. Okay. And we hit save. Great, and done. Now we can press begin installation. Okay, now the system is being installed to the hard drive, and we have time to set up our user settings. We can add the root password here. Let's do it right now. Okay, it asks for a better password. Let's do it. And we confirm the password and done. You can also add other users to your system if you need to. And we have to wait a couple of minutes until the system is being set up completely. Great. After the installation process is complete, we have the option to reboot our server into the newly set up operating system. Just before hitting reboot button, don't forget to remove your installation media, because your server will boot from it and not from the hard drive. Just remove your USB stick or installation DVD and click blue reboot button. Okay, the system reboots. Before it boots completely, it asks me to enter my passphrase because I've chosen to encrypt my hard drives. If you don't use the encryption for your hard drives, you won't be asked for the passphrase. Okay. And we have a successfully booted CentOS operating system. Let's log in as root, just to check everything is okay. Yes, it's fine. Let's run top. It runs fine. So we have our operating system, the CentOS, installed to our dedicated server. Now we can continue and have it set up with the software we need.